Hey there, Greg with Boom Up Engineering. What we've got here is a new Tribe kids climbing harness. I've got a couple young boys, and last fall when I started climbing trees or learning how, they were also interested. So we went through the whole ordeal of trying to find harnesses that fit kids, and it's not easy. And if I had it to do all over again, I would just skip everything and get the new Tribe harness. I'm not aware of any other alternatives unless you want to spend, I don't know, $600 and buy a Monkey Beaver custom harness. They'll do an extra small harness, but it's the same cost of any harness, and I think that's 600 bucks or 650. Can't remember exactly, but anyway, for $125 you can get the new Tribe. I tried other alternatives like extra small women's rock climbing harnesses and stuff, and they just don't work. I mean, you can suspend the kid, but they're just not comfortable, and it doesn't look to be the safest thing in the world. So here's the new Tribe harness. So the thing was, the boy wants to try climbing spurs, and so of course flip line and do a little cutting. For now, we'll just do the handsaw. He's 11 and a fairly skinny kid, so this is about where the harness is when it's on him. It's cinched down is about as far as it can go. So if you want to start using spurs, you need a flip line, right? So how do you attach a flip line to a new Tribe harness like this? So what I ended up doing was finding some D-rings at work. We go through a lot of harnesses, fall protection harnesses at work, and I scavenged some D-rings. These D-rings have a slot in them right there, and then there's the D. So I thought I was going to have to try to stitch these D-rings on to the waist here, but the way this belt is done, basically the bridge wraps all the way around the belt. That's what's supporting the climber. This bridge is also tied into the leg loops here. So, but this bridge goes all the way around the belt, and it's not stitched to the belt. There's just some keeper loops stitched ever so often, and the webbing runs through it. This is 1 3/4 webbing. It's pretty typical of what's used with these D-rings. If these D-rings are stitched to a belt or harness for an adult, they'll probably be 2-ply of this 1 3/4 belting holding it to the belt. But anyway, like I say, the new Tribe belt goes all the way around, and it's loose. You can't stitch the webbing to the belt, the padding and everything, because it needs to be able to render and center on the body of the kid who's using the belt. Here's the cinch buckle right here. You know, this is where you extend and tighten the harness, the belt, but then you have to recenter. You have to be able to rotate the bridge of the belt. So anyway, what ended up working really great is that I just pulled the webbing out of the belt, and I was able to slip on these D-rings. These D-rings, at least on this side here, it's trapped between the buckle and the attachment point. And on this side, there was no buckle to trap the D-ring, so I scavenged a buckle off of one of those old harnesses and slid it on there. So now this D-ring's pretty much trapped right as you see it. So now, like I say, I'm pretty dang pleased. It's easy to attach your flip line. So now the kid can be suspended by a climb line, and what we use, the Petzl rig seems to be one of the better setups. This allows you to, get them set up on the climb line from the ground, and you get them locked in there, and they're not going to be taking this off or doing anything goofy with it in the air. I mean, it's locked on there, so long as they don't mess with this carabiner. This is not going anywhere, and they're going to stay on that climb line no matter what. So that makes you feel good as a parent that the kids are locked on, and there's not going to be any funny business. You combine the Petzl rig or equivalent with a hand ascender and these CT quick rolls. these are nice. They're nice and simple because they integrate a small pulley there, so your kids can set up a quick 3-to-1 and pull themselves up also using a foot loop, which I don't show here, but just attach an adjustable foot loop here and go down to one of their feet, and yeah, they can stand up and pull out the slack and just do the old sit and stand method. I do have a Edelrid Megawatt. It's kind of heavy. It's supposed to handle bigger rope a little bit better, but I do wish I kind of bought a Skylotech Spark. Those are also supposed to handle a little bit bigger rope. What happens is that what's the Camp Druid? That is a nice descender. It's all made out of metal. It's nice and compact. It's fairly foolproof for installation, and I like it better than the Petzl rig. But it's set up for even smaller rope. I think it's set for a maximum of 11mm diameter rope. And what happens is you run the rope through it, and there's just a bit too much friction when you're using, say, 11.7mm climb line, or even 11.2. I've got some supposed 11.2 which works better, but you get up to the 11.7 and just it's too hard for the kids to pull the slack out of their line when they stand up. So the Petzl rig's a little bit better. I haven't messed with the Edelrid too much. The thing I don't like about the Edelrid is it has an anti-panic feature on the lever, and I just don't like that. It just adds complexity and confuses kids, and I'd say adults alike. So kind of wish we got the Skylotech Spark. I may still get one, but they're kind of expensive compared to the rig. $135 off Amazon, I think, gets you the Petzl rig. That's about what I paid for this. So. But anyway, if anybody's got any better suggestions, just let me know. Like I say, my kids are still young, 11 and 9, and we're still learning, what's the best to get them up and climbing safely. But these two items here are the best that I've come across, along with the new Tribe set. I haven't seen any alternatives. Like, again, if you want to spend $600 and get a monkey beaver, that would be great, but that's just a lot of money to be spending on a saddle that's going to get outgrown. And yeah, we've got the ART positioner tool. We'll let them try that. That seems like a fairly foolproof setup. They can ease out of it nicely. I really like them. I've got Petzl Zillion too, but anyway, like I say, I'm pleased as can be that these rings went on there. I thought I was going to have to do some stitching, or take it to an upholstery shop or climb shop and have them stitch it. So this is pretty awesome. So maybe not this weekend, but next weekend, we'll get the boy up in the tree. We're taking down an oak tree, I guess, of good size. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's a fairly straight climb. I don't think there's a bunch of leaders or anything, so that'll be actually pretty nice that it's a simple tree. So we'll get him up there, maybe cut some branches off with the handsaw and have some fun. He's not really ready for the chainsaw on the ground. He's fine, but we'll get this. We'll get the flip line out and get him climbing. Get him into probably my Klein spurs with the pole gaffs. Yeah, they're a little bit heavy, but nothing crazy. But should be pretty good. You guys got any suggestions on what I should be doing or trying? Yeah, leave some comments. Or subscribe and check in on me. Make sure I'm not doing anything too crazy, or I'll check out your videos too. And this has been a pretty good learning experience, not only to learn about climbing, but just to interact with other climbers, and even just learn the whole YouTube experience, how to put videos together and edit and all that fun stuff. So yeah, pretty good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching.